What I wanted to talk about today is the difference between a work life and a business life balance. People keep telling me that I should have a work life balance. I don't have a job, I run a business, so it just doesn't exist. Keep telling me that I should have a work life balance because you have a job, not a business to run. Thank you.
Yeah, it's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
I think that's what Courtney going. There's the sheet. Are these two your guys today?
So this is Carlos.
Carlos.
He's
2 seconds, mate.
Mr. Organised has not fetched the hard disk where the workshop is on. The workshop's on the hard disk. 1 second.
Yeah.
Did you bring the hard disk with you?
No.
That's got the workshop on? No. That hard disk that's got the workshop on that's plugged into
Why
the
isn't
white
it
thing
on the
all the time.
laptop?
Why have you unplugged it from the white thing?
Why isn't it on your laptop?
Why is it? Did you
Why
unplug
is it
the
not
hard
on
disk?
your laptop?
Stop asking that question. Why did you unplug? Go to
Why
the
isn't it
trouble
on
of
your
unplugging.
laptop?
Because it never is with my laptop. It's pure, full of nice stuff.
So your workshop's not nice stuff?
Because, well, it's a
David,
125
I'll
gigabyte hard disk.
I'll email you the guy who's in charge of.
Yes, he's dropped my laptop. He's braked and it's flown off, hasn't it, boys?
Right. So I've just put it in the other hole.
Do you know why I know? Do you know why I know? Because something like this has happened to us in the past. I'm not going to lie. We've had issues in the past with connections for HMI leads because of a laptop going douche. See, your face says it all.
I wasn't sitting in the back.
And your face says it all. What's gone off? People?
Nothing, mate. Why have we changed the channel on this fucker?
D-Rock.
Yeah.
Please tell me what's happened to my laptop.
I mean, he might have braked, but it was Ben's laptop in the bag that Carlos caught. I don't know where your laptop was.
You just didn't choose to capture my laptop.
I didn't see your laptop
Until after the fact.
until after the hard break. I don't know if it was on the chair or if it was on the floor already.
Already. That laptop does not want nobody's floor. Benjamin, I know you'll be watching this later. D-Rock's computer, you broke. My laptop, you broke. Last week, in the podcast, I described you as a very expensive fix to my flaws. I'm just saying.
Very expensive.
£2,500. D-Rock's iMac, £1,500. You're very expensive fix. This is exactly why I can't have a work-life balance. Because I have to earn an extra £4,000 to fix not only my flaws, but yours as well. That's what we suggest people do. I mean, understand that every platform also has a different tone of voice. Facebook sells off a sentiment. That's how the algorithm for Facebook works. But LinkedIn choose specific keywords like success and business and all those things to make your content rise. But yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't make it hard for yourself.
So it might need tweaking here and there.
That's all it is.
What you're aiming at.
100%.
So from my point of view, I'm listening to what you're saying, and Am I correct in saying that really you're telling the story of your business?
Storytelling is what social's all about. Absolutely. Walking down. People, I'm so glad that I didn't change the LinkedIn workshop. I nearly changed it, did it? I was going to put some more stuff in it.
Okay. Made it a bit longer.
Made it a bit longer, a bit about the Boolean searches, about the way that I use LinkedIn adverts to identify new prospects.
Right.
That kind of shizzle. But I didn't. Take a seat. Just plonk yourself there.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, we've done them for all sorts of chambers up and down the country, really.
You do a little bit with Rotherham, don't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
'cause
do.
We're a patron of Rotherham.
Okay.
And we provide all their copies as well.
Right.
I think Rachel Nunn.
Yeah.
You know Rachel quite
Yeah,
well.
we do. Yeah, we do very well. Yeah.
It's all going under BMO Group Limited, so we need some kind of validation for that, I think.
So hang on a second. So if we go into the Be More Group Limited, I can have I'mJustRik, Be More Social, Be More Savvy, Be More.
All registered under one organisation on DigCert, which makes it easier. We won't have to go through this process again once it's all validated, set up.
I did leave him a note saying it'd be either myself or Daniel to speak to.
Yeah.
There was some extra notes somewhere that should be somewhere.
Well, I'm the technical contact.
You're the technical contact anyway. So yeah, they might speak to me and say, "Can I have permission to speak to Daniel?"
Yeah, and then I'll
Answer's
just
yes,
speak,
innit? On that squeaky spot there, right? You keep walking back. This squeaks. This whole floor squeaks.
Squeaky, I'm not even on it.
It might be you squeaking then, not the floor.
But they've already issued that, so I can't imagine it being for that. I'm imagining.
Did you get the email from them
Yeah.
that I forwarded to
Yeah.
you? What does it say? Did it say Be More Social or Be More Group?
I'll have a look.
You gotta love it. Roadshow. I had that rant this morning about business life and work life, okay? The reason being is because I've been getting a lot of pressure from people, not my family or anything like that, just saying that you should be able to relax more and stuff like that. What you tend to find is business life is you don't get much chance nor opportunity to rest. At the moment, we're really, really busy. Now, you have to love what you do or be a little bit gone to it to be able to keep doing it 24/7. When I get a moment of peace, I often feel really guilty or bad that I'm not working on my business. I'm not writing some paragraph or for the curriculum that we're creating, or I'm not doing something for my business. But there are times, much like now, where, bless her, my wife's dad passed away last week and her grandma passed away just days later, where life does come not in the way, it's a really bad thing to say, but you do have to be that somebody to your family as well, do you know what I mean? And it's those days that I nearly kind of like did a video from the car, but I get criticised when I do that as well, to introduce you to my kids who are just animals. It's probably a good job that I didn't do it, to be honest with you. But this is really good. Really, for me, it's a decent insight into what I suppose I have to do, and I'm sure you're reflective of this as well. Whereas this morning, I'm in at 4:30, purely because I have to, because of my wife's obligations to her family as well, as she should do, as I should do as well. But 4:30, I'm out at 7, I'm taking my eldest to school at 7:30, then back to the house to then take my smaller children to school for 8:30, then back to the office, in fact not the office, straight into a workshop. So you walk in and perform straight away, and that's just life. So I can't call it a work-life balance. It is for me just my life. I'm in business 24/7, and I happen to have a life as well. So it all has to strangely merge in. I don't draw a line saying, today I'm not at work, so I ain't going to do any work stuff, or today I'm not with my family, so they can get lost. I feel I am in constant communication and touch point with it all. Right now, I'm about to go and have a private moment and speak with my wife on the phone. That's how I roll. That's how I've got to do it. I might speak to my little girl who is 2 years old. I might even FaceTime her because I might not get home tonight. But that's exactly, for me, the difference between a work-life balance and a business-life balance. I think if you're building something and you've got really lofty goals, we want to help the country understand social, not just Doncaster. So I have to probably work maybe 1,000,000 times more harder because I want to help 1,000,000 people than maybe somebody who wants to sort of master Doncaster. It's just the roles in which we choose to take on. So, run over. Thank you. It does frustrate me that a little bit. I often get I feel really bad. It makes me feel really bad at times where people I say, don't you spend much time at home? Yes, I actually spend probably as much time as the next person with a 9 to 5. I do. If I were to work in Sheffield or Leeds doing what I do, I could probably get paid more than I get paid now to do that as well. But I'd have to leave at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning to commute, and then I would finish work at 5:30, maybe 6, because I'm really diligent and I can't leave what I've done when I should be doing it. I've got to leave knowing that I'm prepared for tomorrow, at least the next day. Jump on the train, maybe miss that first train. You're not home till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Everybody has their own work ethic, I suppose, and it gets in the way. But I don't genuinely think that my work ethic roles take me away from a family any more or less than a normal person who's really, really diligent at what they do. I just don't. I don't agree with it. Sorry. Again, done. I won't touch on this subject anymore. It's a very touchy subject. Okay? But, don't fuck. So,
You too, mate. See you later.
we're going to vlog about this. Yeah, right. Every week, I try to create a thing called Just Ask Rick. Okay. Now, what happens is from every workshop or from every networking event that we go to, there is often a question that gets asked of somebody or maybe of us, and I always hear this kind of thing. Just ask Rick. Rick know that. Just ask Rick. So we decided to turn it into a thing, and here it is. I submit to people my nearly 3,000 LinkedIn connections. I pose something to them. I say, look, and I've just sent it now. I'll tell you exactly how long ago. Not 2 minutes ago, I submitted a question to 3 of my connections, and 2 of them come back straight away, pretty much. It basically says, I do a Just Ask Rick video every week and wondered if you'd like to submit a question you'd like me to answer on the video. Straight away, 2 people come back to me already, and I'm pretty sure by the time we finish recording the Just Ask Rick show, somebody will come back to us with the 3rd and final question. It's proved very popular, I think, on LinkedIn. Lots of people engage with it. Lots of people engaged as well in private messages, DMing me as well, various questions that they'd like me to answer, and it generates a lot of interest and authority in my field. So I love it. It's probably one of my favourite videos of all the week because I get to be me more than anything else. Not that I'm not me, but sometimes when we're doing the top tip videos and things like that, I feel like prepared, and sometimes that doesn't sit well with me. I'm better off being unprepared and being put on the spot. I feel you get a better answer, a better response from me. It's kind of off the cuff. So I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. Oh, and welcome to the 3rd instalment of Just Ask Rick. This is where you ask me a question and I answer it. In here, you'll notice that it's a little bit more of a mess than it usually is, and that is because we're growing in that room. Every week that goes past, we seem to add a new body in that room. So I now have to be sat here, D-Rock. Everybody say hi to D-Rock.
Hi.
Give me the camera. Give me the camera. Let's get D-Rock on here. He's always behind the camera. Here he is. Here's the man.
Yo.
Yeah. Last time we did this, he actually kept himself out of the show because he's got complete control of the edit. Okay, so this time you're going to be in, aren't you, mate? You ain't messing about. You're going to be in. This is him. This is D. Where's he going? There you are. Yeah.
Zoom in so close.
And what he's doing, there you go, there's your camera, is he is going to be working alongside moi. Sorry, mate, but you are. Okay, so we've moved the podcast station up this way. I'm still in that corner over here. The man called D-Rock is here, and we've got another body going where he is currently sat right now. So we now have 3 BDMs, 2 creatives, a guru, soon to be another guru, a full-time developer, me, and the man they call D.
How many interviews we got this week?
How many interviews we got this week? D has just asked me. We have 5, I think. Is that right? 5 interviews this week. 3, 2,
6, I think.
6. I'm sorry. We got 6 interviews this week for another 2 appointment bookers maybe, and certainly another 3 gurus to join the team. Where they're going to sit, I really don't know. I haven't got a clue. I tried to get hold of the landlord next door to see if he'll give us the use of that office temporarily. I'll pay you, of course, if you're listening, if you're watching. But it may be that I vacate altogether, we repurpose this room, and I have to work from afar, like 5 minutes around the corner from where I live, and be popping in and out on a regular basis, and I have like this kind of hot desk vibe going on. It might work actually, because next month I'm going to be in London, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to book that London spot. I'm going to buy a Chamber of Commerce membership down south, and we are going to hit London, baby. Check this spot.